My parents changed the locks 2 weeks before Christmas because I needed to learn to respect boundaries, so I respected them. I stayed away. For 9 years, I had a key to my parents' house. I used it to let the plumber in when mom had work, used it to set up her surprise 50th birthday, used it the night dad passed to sit in his chair and just breathe. That house was the last place that still felt like him. Then Keith moved in. Keith thought it was inappropriate for a grown daughter to have unrestricted access. My mom said he had a point, said I should just give a heads up before stopping by. So I did. For 2 years, I announced every visit like a doctor's appointment. Then 2 weeks before Christmas, I drove over to drop off gifts. Turned my key. Nothing. I tried again. Tried the back door. Same thing. I called my mom from the driveway. She answered like I'd woken her up. Oh, Keith had the locks redone. Security thing. Security thing. Like I was the threat. I asked about a new key. She went quiet. I could hear Keith in the background saying something I couldn't make out. We'll figure it out after the holidays, she said. They never figured it out. I sat in that driveway for a long time. 9 years of being the one with the key. 2 years of scheduling my own mother. And now standing in the driveway of my dead father's house, being told it was a security thing. My coworker Nora texted me that night about a work thing. I don't know why, but I told her everything. She called me immediately. Didn't say sorry. Didn't say that's rough. She said, come over. I made too much soup anyway. I went. She had not made too much soup. She made soup because she knew I needed someone to make me soup. That's the difference between people who lock you out and people who leave the door open. A week later, my mom sent a group text. Not even a personal one. Group text to me, my aunt, and my cousin. Christmas lunch at 1 p.m. Keith is smoking a brisket. Let us know your head count. Head count, like I was RSVPing to a corporate event. Not come home, not we miss you. Head count. I thought about my dad, how he'd leave the porch light on if he knew I was coming. How he kept a spare key and a fake rock by the garden even though mom hated it. In case my girl ever needs to get home, he'd say. He never once made me feel like a guest in my own history. I texted back a thumbs up emoji. Nothing else. Then I called Nora. Asked what her Christmas looked like. She said her family does this thing where everyone brings one dish and they eat on the floor because there's too many people for the table. She said, there's always room on the floor. I laughed for the first time in 2 weeks. Christmas morning, I woke up at Nora's apartment. Her sister braided my hair. Her mom handed me a mug that said world's okayest guest and told me I could keep it. At 1:15, my phone buzzed. Mom, brisket's almost ready. Where are you? I didn't answer. 1:30. Hello? 1:45. Keith wants to know if you're bringing the pie. 2 p.m. This isn't funny. Call me. 2:30. Keith texted. Keith, who never talks to me directly. Your mother is upset. This is childish. Childish. The man who changed my dead father's locks called me childish. I put my phone down and helped Nora's brother set up a card game. I ate tamales her grandmother made from a recipe she won't write down. I sat on that crowded floor and I fit. No key required. At 4, my mom left a voicemail. I played it later. I don't know what I did. Keith says you're being dramatic. I just wanted a nice Christmas. Your father would have wanted you here. She used my father. The man who left a key and a fake rock so I'd always have a way in. She used him to guilt me back to a house where his locks don't exist anymore. I texted her that night. One line, Dad would have never changed the locks. She didn't respond for 3 days. When she did, she said, that's not fair. Maybe not. But neither is standing in your dead father's driveway being called a security risk. Nora's mom sent me home with leftovers and a spare key to their place. For emergencies, she said. Or for whenever. My mom still hasn't offered me one.